This story depicts a man who was wrongly imprisoned for 27 years. He also spent 27 years preparing for his escape. With the help of a tool hammer, he dug through the Shawshank prison. Before his imprisonment, Andy was a banker proficient in financial management. His wife tried to elope with her lover, so Andy drove to follow his wife to her lover's place, intending to shoot them both, but he ultimately chose to give up. However, on the same night, his wife and lover were shot and dumped into a river. Andy left a wine bottle and bullets at the scene, which became the natural evidence of his guilt. Therefore, Andy was sentenced to life imprisonment, meaning he would spend the rest of his life in prison. Subsequently, Andy was sent to Shawshank Prison, where the prison warden possessed absolute authority. He firmly believed in the law and the Bible. Under the prison warden's command were a group of can be translated as brutal and simple-minded prison guards who often caused fatalities. After 2 years in prison, Andy finally got his chance. During an outdoor labor, Andy overheard a prison guard complaining about tax issues. Andy suggested to the prison guard a fake divorce to avoid taxes. After that, prison guards frequently consulted Andy on various financial issues. Over time, all the guards, including the warden, became his clients. Since the warden obtained many transaction funds through Andy's assistance, Andy's outstanding abilities and his being under control made him the best assistant for laundering money. One day, a habitual thief named Tommy arrived at Shawshank Prison. After hearing about Andy's ordeal, he recalled a case committed by a fellow inmate during his previous imprisonment. He had followed a wealthy man to his home and brutally killed him and his mistress. A banker became the scapegoat. Tommy told Andy about this incident, and the truth was thus revealed. Andy saw the hope of regaining his freedom and applied to the warden for a reinvestigation. However, the warden, out of selfish motives, wanted Andy to continue working for him. So when Andy desperately demanded a thorough investigation, the warden gave him a month of solitary confinement, and Tommy was also killed by the warden's scheming. Andy's last chance to prove his innocence was thus lost. Andy made a firm decision to carry out his long-planned escape plan. One side of his cell faced a mountain. Early in his imprisonment, he had surveyed the geology of this area and bought a hammer from Red, hiding it in a Bible and using posters to cover the entrance to the tunnel. For more than 10 years, every night, he used the small hammer to chip out a handful of rubble, which he secretly discarded during the daily yard time. Gradually, a deep tunnel appeared on the wall of his cell. On a rainy and stormy day, Andy once again crawled into the tunnel behind the posters. After crawling for some time, Andy had already prepared some stones. Accompanied by the sound of thunder, he struck the pipe, and a large hole was chiseled open. Andy crawled into the filthy pipe and crawled for 500 meters. Then, near the river not far from the prison, Andy emerged from the pipe. The rain poured down on him, washing away his soul. The next day, when the prison was boiling over because of him, Andy calmly walked into more than 10 banks. Andy withdrew the warden's deposits with a new identity, and the warden's evidence of guilt was also sent to the newspaper and soon made public. The outcome was inevitable.